Chapter 4, Mishnah 6. A man may vow that his son, who is still a minor, should be a Nazir, in which case the son must observe all the laws of Nazirus, and his father must bring his offerings on his behalf. But a woman cannot vow that her son should be a Nazir, and if she does, it does not take effect. The boy or his relatives may protest against the father's vow that he become a Nazir, and thereby nullify the Nazirus. The Mishnah discusses what to do with any offerings that were consecrated before the Nazirus was nullified. How are these offerings dealt with if the son or the relatives protested and nullified the Nazirus? For example, if the boy cut his hair, or his relatives cut his hair for him, thereby showing their rejection of the father's vow, or if the boy or his relatives explicitly protested against the father's vow, what do we do with the animals that the father consecrated for the son's concluding offerings? The Mishnah explains. If the father had already set aside, consecrated the three animals for his concluding offerings, the chatas is left to die. The olah should be offered as a voluntary olah offering, and the shalamim should be offered as a voluntary shalamim offering. And the meat of the shalamim may be eaten for only 1 day and 1 night, as is the law for a Nazir shalamim. But the loaves of bread that usually accompany a Nazir shalamim offering are not needed for the shalamim, since the boy is no longer a Nazir. The Mishnah has now dealt with a case of a father who consecrated animals for the Nazir's offering. The Mishnah now discusses a case of a father who consecrated money with which to buy the Nazir's offerings. If he had unspecified money, meaning that he, the father, had set aside one lump sum of money to buy Nazir's offerings, but he did not designate which coins would be used for which type of offering, and the son or the relatives protested and canceled the Nazirus, the money should be dropped into the temple chests designated for other voluntary communal offerings. If he had specified money, that is, he had designated separate coins for each of the Nazir's offerings, then the rule is as follows. The money for the chatas should go to the Dead Sea, i.e., it should be thrown into the Dead Sea and to be destroyed. One may not have any benefit from these coins, because they were consecrated for a chatas, and therefore possess sanctity. But if one does benefit from them, he is not subject to the milah penalty for using them, since they can no longer be used to buy an offering. The money for the olah should be used to bring an olah offering, and one is subject to the milah penalty for having benefit from them, because these coins can still be used for buying an offering. The money for the shalamim should be used to bring a shalamim offering, and the meat of this offering may be eaten for only 1 day and 1 night, as is the law for a Nazir shalamim. But the loaves of bread that usually accompany a Nazir shalamim offering are not needed for this shalamim, since the boy is no longer a Nazir.